What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
All right. So it's a very special, very short edition of the Tuesday Night Radio Baloney Live. I'm your host, Richie Baloney. I've got to do a short one tonight. We're gonna have to cap it at like 45 minutes. I apologize for that. I'll make it up to you on Friday, on the Friday stream. Also, last night we did a premium only stream on Rumble, and we did our Useful Idiots #1 segment. It was about 55 minutes worth of the stream. The whole stream was 2.5 hours, but of that, about 55 minutes of it was Useful Idiots #1. Scottish communist Malcolm Caldwell met his commie hero, and, well, it went about as well as you'd assume it would. Not well. He got some of that socialized medicine from from the Khmer Rouge. But I will be, for those of you who don't have premium, who couldn't watch it, or just couldn't watch the stream, I will be clipping that part. It's about 55 minutes. I'm going to try and cut it down to 20, 25 minutes, just make it a little bit more digestible. Just clean it up, tidy it up, pretty it up a little bit. And I will be clipping that and putting that out this week, tomorrow or Thursday, or maybe Friday morning or early afternoon, something like that. So you are getting extra content anyway, even though tonight is going to be a shorter stream, because we never do less than 2 hours at least. But tonight, I'm sorry to tell you this, we've got to do 45 minutes max. Max. I'm not proud of myself, but it's just the way that it is. All right, who we got in here? Izzy, Spambot, good to see you guys. What are you guys saying? Did Izzy get the first like? Okay, so everybody watching right now, and everybody watching in the future, when you like the stream now or in the future on the replay, whenever, you get free good karma. Listen to me, you get free good karma when you like the stream. You got to pay attention to this. Don't ignore it. In these troubled times, you can't afford to turn your face away from some free karma. Obviously, we all need some of that these days. Also, subscribing to the channel, you also get free karma then. But if you get the first like, and right now we're streaming on Rumble, we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on X, we're streaming on Locals. Each one of those, the first like gets double good karma. You could get 8 good karmas. I mean, it's crazy. I can't believe I'm even offering this. But it looks like Izzy got the first, so he's got double good karma. Double good karma. Let's see. And Spambot got the second. You know what? I'm feeling generous. Second like gets 1.5 good karma. 1.5. I know. I'm way too soft. Let's see. Izzy says, I'm not sure I'll be able to keep my eyes open for the full show. Feeling a serious lack of energy. Oh, man, this is tough. This is tough. I don't want this to happen. That's a disaster if Izzy falls asleep. God damn it. If only we had something that could give him a little bit of energy. I don't know what I could find that could possibly...
Gave them energy. Gave them energy. Gave them energy. Gave them energy.
And teapot. It's the teapot at the end with the hand on the hip. That's what really gives me the great they, them energy out of that. At first, we just played that to make fun of that they, them. But now it's just become a part of the show. And I think that we all kind of have an affection for the they, them. I think we all like the they, them now and the energy that they, them provides. Let's see. All right. Rumbum, how you doing? Good to see you. I know. He says, FFS radio. I enter the stream and I get the effing teapot. Everybody loves the teapot now. It's just a part of our lives now. I know at first it was just there to make fun of, but now it's become a special part of our lives. And it enriches us every day. All right, so I want to repeat, it's going to be a short one tonight. 45 minutes. I might even jump back on for another short live stream later in the week, but if not, again, we're gonna have that extra content from the premium stream last night. I'm gonna clip that. You're gonna have we'll do extra content on Friday too. And if I forget, just remind me. Rosie, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, and we've got Hot Retarded Chicks on YouTube. We haven't seen you in a while, HRC. It's good to see you. Says that he's trying to be the tolerant. Huh. Well, please do. Excellent. Rosie says the teapot is not enriching to me. Stop lying. You love the teapot. Everybody loves the teapot now. All right. Anyway, I support Spambot says by replaying that tab all the bloody time, you are promoting it on X. Yeah. Yes, I am, and I'm doing it on purpose. I want to share the they them energy with the world. All right. Anyway, we need to get to it because it's going to be a short one. So I should probably let's get to let's get to the first thing. All right. Table salt. Breaking. Alberta moves to ban explicit books from kindergarten to grade 12 schools. It's amazing that this even has to be done. We've reached a place where you have to actually actively ban explicit books from kindergartens. After extremely graphic literature was found in K through 9 elementary schools. Examples in comments. I mean, here we go. In 2013, I discovered Erica Moen's webcomic, Oh Joy. I mean, Oh Joy Sex Toy. In a comic from November of that year, she talks about the $10 bullet. This is, look at this. Is obviously for children. This is obviously for children. This is insane. We live in a world now where you have to actively move to ban this stuff from kindergartens. I mean, what is the purpose of putting this in these schools? I mean, this is total and utter ideological capture. So Alberta is moving to ban these books from K through 12 schools. Danielle Smith is the premier of Alberta, and I think she is the best, I think probably by far best premier in the country, in all of Canada. Yes, do this. This should be the simplest thing in the world. What should happen is that you find these in there, find out who's responsible for them, and then they all get fired. That's how it should work out. From Danielle Smith, the premier of Alberta. Warning, graphic content. Albertans deserve to know what's really being shown to children in some of our K through 9 schools. It isn't about banning books, it's about protecting kids from graphic, sexually explicit content that has no place in a classroom. Parents are right to be upset as many of our kids are being exposed to age-inappropriate material that strips away their innocence at far too young an age. We're drawing a line. Review the content for yourself, but please know that it is graphic and not suitable for minors. I mean, you have to have a warning of graphic content of what's in schools, what students are seeing. So adults have to be warned about the graphic content in materials being showed to children in schools. This is the world we live in now. This is insanity. At some point, you have to ask yourself, I mean, what really is the purpose of this? Because it feels really dark, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel extremely dark? Like, every person should know that there's something wrong here. There's something wrong happening here. What is the purpose? Are people getting their kicks showing this to kids? At this point, you start to have to ask these questions. Like, what is it exactly? Obviously, it's ideological. Because to the modern left, everything is political. Everything carries some political weight, pushes everybody in some political direction. Ensuring age-appropriate books in school libraries. Warning, graphic content for books that are in school libraries. Uh-oh, Nedsy's gonna be mad. Yeah, he sure is. Thank you, Danielle. This is just normal. You should have banned Soji instruction and all pride paraphernalia in our schools. This deranged political ideology has no place in our schools. Yes, I agree with all of that. Yeah, I mean, frankly, she's not going far enough. Tristan Hopper, the Pride movement becoming aesthetically tacky is the most obvious sign that it was hijacked. Your average gay living room wouldn't be caught dead next to this monstrosity. So I don't know what this is. I guess those are feathers coming out of a bumhole, I think. I don't know. Is that a bumhole too? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, I think this is actually tacky. It doesn't actually feel all that gay. Like, it should be more aesthetically, I think you're right. I think that he's right. Like, who designed this? This wasn't a gay guy that designed this. Who did this? Just a straight up communist, I guess. I don't know. How about this? An Ontario school board distributed material stating teachers must believe Canada was founded on white supremacy and racism. They also advised teachers to use gender-neutral parenting practices at home. Should school boards dictate teachers' parenting or beliefs? You know what? This is all insane. Ontario, the premier there is Doug Ford. He's the leader of the Progressive Conservative Party. I guess maybe at most nominally progressive, maybe occasionally in rhetoric, if nothing else. Basically, the progressive conservatives under Doug Ford are just the Liberal Party. So essentially, they're just a radical leftist party. This is why I say that Danielle Smith is the best premier in the country. Because Doug Ford, the conservative, he's fine with all this. Like every degenerate thing you can imagine, he's fine with being in kindergartens. They've probably got, like Caligula on the curriculum now. I wouldn't be surprised. All right. What are we, 15 minutes already? We're moving fast. All right, I got to get everything that's on the thumbnail, at least. What's going on here? Can you believe this? Community notes and violations. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. What's embarrassing? Here's a guy with a Tesla. And what does he put on the back? What does he put on the back? I guess to protect himself. I love this truck, but F Elon and the felon. And so there's Elon, I guess, doing the Nazi salute on a Trump. I mean, this is pathetic. What kind of man would do this? This is a truly shameful, humiliating bending of the knee happening here. What an embarrassment. If he's married, his wife should leave. If he's got a girlfriend, she should leave him. All of his friends should desert him. And he should be shunned from society from this. This is embarrassing. What a humiliating, pathetic display. I love this truck, but F Elon and the felon. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt my car. Please don't scratch my car. Please, please, please. I'm one of you. Well, guess what? The left will never fucking forgive you anyway, so you're wasting their time. Even they think this is pathetic. Just sell your car. You can never please them. What's the point in trying? It makes it all the more pathetic knowing the fact that you could never please them. You could never make them happy. They're going to hate you anyway. What's the point in this? You know what you do? You put up your middle finger, and you say, fuck you. I'm doing what I want. I live in a goddamn free country. Fuck you. Commie gets nothing. It's disgraceful, is it not? It's disgraceful. What does this guy think he's achieving by this? Nothing. Nothing. It's less than nothing. He's worse off because he doesn't even have his self-respect anymore. God damn it. You stand up to bullies, especially cry bullies. All right. Let's do some quick memes. This one I just think is funny. So I was like, I'm the son of God. And they were like, no way. And I was like, Yahweh. 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 That's classic. That's a good one. And I was like, Yahweh. Yahweh? Yahweh. It's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see. Hillary without makeup is actually George Soros. Well, I think we already knew that. I don't think that's any big surprise to anybody, is it? Let's see. What's going on? You know what? This is the second time they've not offered me any ads on Rumble. That's not good. I don't know what's going on. Did I do too much commie hates in the ad reads and now they're not offering them to me anymore? I hope not. That'd be sad. That would be sad. I couldn't help it, though. I love doing the commie hate, and everybody loves it. Before Peter Dinklage found success in Hollywood, he sold guitar picks. There he is at his old job. That's a nice pick there, too. That's a cool pick. I could use one of those. What's this? I love feminism. I don't need a man. I'm never having children, if that's what you want. I'm 50, single and childless. Feminism has failed. This is exactly what it promised you. Feminism succeeded. That's the sad truth. The very, very sad truth. Let's see. What's this? Somebody had to do it. Me showing God my memes and explaining how I was trying to save humanity. Another good one. Another classic. What's this? Most people these days, let's see, Real ID, CBDC, biometric surveillance, programmable money, social credit scores. Your rights have been upgraded to privileges, subject to expiration. Well, I witnessed in horror during the lockdowns and the mandates, a lot of people loving the fact that their rights had been upgraded to privileges, loving it. It was really the worst in humanity, people really glorying in it. And it was better. They thought privileges were better than rights because the government can take those privileges away from people who don't do what they're told. But if you do what you're told, you get a pat on the head and told you're a good girl and boy, and you get to have those privileges. Hey, guess what? You could go to a movie or go out for dinner. You could get on a plane or a train. Well, those idiot people, those bad people, those far-right people, probably mostly, Trudeau said they were all misogynists and stuff. And they were like Putin and stuff, right? Those people couldn't because they didn't do what they were told. See, privileges are way better. You get to feel superior to the people who actually have a spine. Pathetic people, weak people get to feel superior over people who are strong, who are not credulous, who are independent thinkers. That's the benefit of it for those people. How many people knew this guy during the mandates, during the lockdowns? How many people knew this guy who loved it? All of a sudden he was special. And guess what? He could go to that movie. He could go for dinner because he did what he was told. And he'll keep doing what he's told right until they lead him into the slaughterhouse. So anyway, because I do believe eventually leftists are going to eat everybody. They're just going to eat everybody. Well, because once you get communism, there's no food. So it's very normal after communist revolutions for people to have to eat each other. It's just a normal thing. Look in the history books. It's all in there. It's all in there. They love it. Let's see. Cannibals in waiting. How about this? What's this? Civil rights used to be about treating everyone the same, but today some people are so used to special treatment that equal treatment is considered to be discrimination. That's from Thomas Sowell. Very wise man, and he's totally right about that. What's this? Oh, this is a good one. I learned from the mistakes of people who take my advice. So you give people bad advice and then you watch what happens to them and you learn from it. That's how you get ahead in life. What the hell else is going on here? What's this one? If someone hates you for no reason, give them a reason. Everybody start now. Okay, let's see. Walking into the supermarket during June. They're trying to get you with the rainbows. Every time. Every time. You got to keep ducking it. What's this? Me, my sense of humor, people who are easily offended. That's exactly what happens. We get some of those people in the chat occasionally. I don't know why they bother. I mean, let's see. Who will win? $1 trillion propaganda Goliath? Memers. Well, in 2024 in the States, the memers won. And in Canada, in 2025, I am very sad to say, the propaganda Goliath won. Oh, well, let's see. Government protecting us from climate change since 1350. That's right. I forgot the Aztecs were, they were cutting out those hearts for a climate change. They wanted the rain, you know. It's kind of almost exactly the thing, I would say. Maybe not exactly the same thing now, but you know what I mean. It almost feels like a religion, doesn't it? Almost feels like a religion. What's this? Don't be fooled. What is this? Don't be fooled by big old socialist titties. They're meant to hypnotize, then enslave your ass. Thomas Sowell again. Very wise words. But I mean, that's the thing. They're tempting, aren't they? Those socialist titties. They're tempting. You got to admit, she does have a good commie rack. She does. No two ways about it. If you can afford to attend a convention, you can afford deodorant. Come on, people. Come on. I wonder what that originally said. What's this? When the pudding kicks in. When the pudding kicks in. I mean, it's horrible. It's very offensive, but that is what happens when the pudding kicks in. Bill Cosby's right there. All right, we got to the last one. All right. So who else we got in the thumbnail? Actually, hold on. We got King Charles. Now King Charles. First, let's get to the chat quickly, and we're gonna get let me just see. He was putting up a green dot there for an ad, and then it doesn't show it. Oh well. Let's get to the chat quickly, and then we got to move on. Wait a second. What the hell is happening? Spambot is at it again. Spambot just gave Mickey and Nevada free memberships, and also Rumbum free memberships to the channel. This is unbelievable. You know what that means, Spambot? Obviously, Spambot is the best person that has ever lived, best person in the world. He keeps doing this. He keeps proving that he's better than you over and over and over again. And each time he does it, he gets better and better and better. And he pulls further and further ahead of all of you. Best person in the world, bar none. Thank you so much. We're loving it. And all for less than the price of a new Tesla Cybertruck. It's extremely good. Thank you, Spambot. Thank you very much. All right, let's get to the chat here very quickly. Rosie says Matthew McConaughey says he does not wear deodorant. I am not surprised by that at all. Rosie says, yuck. I'll tell him next time I talk to him, which is never. Let's see. People are thanking Spambot, and they're right to thank Spambot. Spambot is I think I've said this before, an earth angel. An earth angel. All right. It's very good for the channel. Let's see. You rock, Spambot. Well, Spam, thank you. Yeah, he deserves it. That's the thing. He deserves it. Better than you guys. Better than everyone else. Just the way that it is. All right. I've got to keep moving. I'm racing against the clock. I got like 20 minutes. So King Charles came to do the throne speech. It's supposed to be the Governor General, but he came to do the Mark Carney, his old buddy Mark Carney from his days at the Bank of England and the whole net zero thing that they're both, radical environmentalists. King Charles and Mark Carney, they are both from, they're two peas in a pod, both globalist, elitist, climate radicals. And I got a feeling there's some communism or some Marxism in there, something mixing around a little bit. I don't think that's too far of a stretch. But listen, these are just bad people. King Charles, he is worse than useless. Worse than useless. They brought him in to do the speech from the throne, which is when Parliament gets back in again, do a speech from the throne. It's just talking points. He got up there. For one thing, it's boring. It was boring. He is boring. He's just reading these notes. Really boring. He's not a charismatic man at all. And it's just a bunch of talking points from the liberals, from Mark Carney. And of course you had, and I predicted this when they announced this, I don't know, a month ago or whatever, that he was basically just going to shill the net zero bullshit. Because, King Charles has been called the first climate king. I would call him the first climate, not king. It starts with a C. It's also 4 letters. And it's not clam or corn. It's something else. But in any case, I don't know. I don't know if this is a cheese. Look, I'm not like, I don't want to abolish the monarchy. Like, if for no other reason than I just don't want Canada to just burn any more of its history and traditions. If not for that, I don't like King Charles. Again, I think he's worse than useless. I think he's bad for the planet. But the monarchy, I just don't want us to just burn all of our tradition and history. Let's hold on to some right now. Let's not burn any more just for the time being, please. Right? While we adjust, while we get used to being, the perpetual genocide, post-national state with no core identity thing. Kirk Lubomov. King Charles's speech from the throne was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen. I did watch some of it, and boring, and embarrassing. Reading from notes the Liberal government gave him, he does a land acknowledgement. We have to stop that right now. It's such a farce. Climate change and reads their election platform. They use the King of England / Canada as a performing monkey. A performing monkey. He does have those chimp ears. I don't know if you've noticed that, but he does have those chimp ears to spread their propaganda, and Canadians, as usual, are buying it and celebrating that the government knows that they are dumb. And yes, the throne speech is always written by the party in power. I know that, but it's just this kind of, it's just performative. It's just it's just trying to give some weight, some extra weight to the bullshit, right? And it's also, to like, I guess, thumb his nose at Trump and say, look, we're totally different from the U.S. We're not the U.S. at all. Look, we have a king, blah, blah, blah. As if that's fucking impressing anybody or making anybody's life better in Canada. What a waste of time. I'm sure that the security for the whole thing probably cost about $80 million. And King Charles, I'm sure, burned about, as much carbon as, I don't know, Cambodia does in a year just to get here and back again. It's just, I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for here? I'm feeling a little cynical. It's true. I'm just kind of still disgusted with Canada. I got to be honest, after that election, electing that globalist hobgoblin after 10 years of liberals. I am kind of disgusted with the country still, a little bit cynical. But in any case, there it is. It happened. We had to comment on it, and there we go. Did we have anything else in there? I wanted to show you this from Brian Lilly talking about Trump here. And I've been saying this right from the start. His number one goal, and he's pushing hard for it, is as much manufacturing as possible, if not all, in the United States. This is bad for Canada. This is why Trump likes Mark Carney, because he knows his policies of taxing and punishing Canadian businesses and industry is going to drive at least some of them down south into his loving arms, where he's going to give them tax breaks and, smooth out any of the red tape, and basically make them and him and American workers happy. Let's take a look.
Another question. You announced on Friday about U.S. Steel and Nippon Steel.
Yeah.
What will the ownership structure look like? What made you satisfied about
It'll be controlled by the United States. Otherwise, I wouldn't make the deal. I went to the unions, to all of the local unions. They all wanted it. And I'm doing it because all of the congressmen came in, about 5 of them, and the others, I understand, are in concurrence. And they asked that I do it. Everybody seems to want it. And we'll see. I mean, we'll see what the final is. But they're going to invest billions of dollars in steel. And it's a good company. Nissan's a very good company. We'll see. But it's an investment, and it's a partial ownership, but it'll be controlled by the USA.
Trump hasn't made any secret at any point that he wants to repopulate that hollowed out industrial plant in the United States. He'll take that from anywhere. He'll take manufacturing from anywhere, especially Canada. We're right there on the border. So I don't think any of this is obscured. I don't think there shouldn't be any confusion by this. It shouldn't be obscured by any confusion. It's all obvious. He's obviously going to like the fact that Carney is going to drive American business and investment to him, into his loving arms. God, we're a stupid country. Such a fucking stupid country. Not everybody. There's 42% of the country that's not stupid. I need to say that. I need to qualify it with that. Just the rest are fucking stupid. All right, people. Let's get to the chat quickly. Got about 10 more minutes. Let's see. Rumbum says, the Carney says we are in a crisis and then comes back for a day, then conceals questions or cancels questions, and then they all go on vacation again. The libs finally seeing he has no plan yet. Oh, they don't know. They stopped paying attention the second they put their vote in. They put their vote in the box. Now they just know what TV says. It was a TV election. Rosie says, no plan, no charisma, no personality, no compassion, etc., etc. He's a globalist hobgoblin. That's what I always say. And I think I'm right. Rumbum says, please, for the love of God, my U.S. buds, advocate for the U.S. to take over Canada. Nevada says, I want Greenland. Nevada says, then maybe Alberta. I think if anything does happen on that front, first it would be Alberta, and it would be, I think, just like a territory. I don't think I certainly Republicans would be insane to want. It would be like to make Canada a state or a series. It would be like just adding a new California. There'll be no Republican president ever again. And every purple state would turn blue because all of the lefties in Canada, which Canada is like, in Canada, there is a kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Um, Derangement over American conservatives, the Republican Party, even amongst some Canadian conservatives. Okay, because the social engineering has been so powerful here. The indoctrination has been so powerful. Even many conservatives in Canada hate Trump and have all along, like well before the tariffs and all of that, like the entire time. Right. So you'd have Canadian conservatives going down and voting Democrat. I mean, it's that retarded. What else we got? Let's see. Mickey says, I thought we were getting some views for the girls, not just showing the girls. I don't know what the hell's going on. All right. Let's get to this. Bill Maher, he's on the thumbnail. We've got to show him. What is he talking about? It's really bad for the Democrats when... Actually, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to put you back onto the women's sports page again for 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. You know, being pressed for time seems to give me a bit of an urgency that's, I think, making the stream better. Knowing that I'm not going to be doing this for like the next 4 hours, that I'll be doing it for like 10 or 15 minutes longer. All right, we're already blown through 38 minutes. It feels like 5 minutes. All right. It's really bad for the Democrats when Bill Maher hits a home run. Bill did not stutter. Yeah, he'll still vote for everything that he hates over and over and over again, but he does make some good content, even though he will never actually reach the kind of logical conclusion to it all.
You wear Queers for Palestine t-shirts and masks 2 years after the pandemic ended. And you can't define woman, I mean person who menstruates. You're the teachers union education party and you've turned schools and colleges into a joke. What a shocker that the people who see everything through the lens of race and sex see their election loss as a result of racism and sexism. Kamala spent 100 days telling voters, I know it feels like crime and illegal immigration are bad, but f your feelings. Look at this chart. Have you seen my "In This House We Believe" lawn sign? See, it says right on it, we believe in science. Right, which is why you demanded no one even debate whether COVID could have escaped from the one lab in the one city where they were studying it. How far-fetched. Democrats have become like a royal family that, because of so much incest, has unfortunately had children who are retarded.
Yet he will vote for it over and over and over again. He will never stop. He'll never learn. He'll make these kind of pithy comments and these wry observations, but he will keep voting for it over and over and over again. He'll say, well, I like the Democrats' policies. Like what? Like 20 million people illegally in your country with all of the problems associated with that? Like what? Like drug zombies walking around everything? Like actual, like little, like tent cities. Not even little, large tent cities of drug zombies everywhere. He likes these policies. The man lives in California, apparently. He keeps saying, oh, well, I like their policies. What? Which ones? Exactly. He seems to complain about it a lot. It's a weird thing, and it's a phenomenon on the left where they've just been taught their whole life, their entire social circle, everything they know has always been conservatives mean, conservatives bad. You don't want to be mean, right? You don't want to be mean. So you have to, burn your civilization to the ground. Anything is better than being mean or being unfashionable. right? Being unfashionable, an uncomfortable moment at the dinner party. All right. What's this? From Captain D's Nuts. What? Now I want a pet bull. What's happening? Oh, we can't be playing music. That's not going to work. Let's see. There's a bull, and it's running around. It's playing ball with a person. That's weird. I mean, it's not like I wouldn't eat it, but that is adorable, and it makes it seem like kind of I mean, look at that. It makes me want to eat it less, I have to admit. Not that I wouldn't. And if I had to, I would absolutely eat it. No questions. But what's going on here? LOLOLO. It's summer. Stay cool. We can't play the music because we're on YouTube. We're streaming on Rumble, YouTube, X, and Locals right now. Now, I only play this, and I don't even want to do this because this isn't like me. But I only play this because I've got a button on my Stream Deck that I have to play. It's got a certain sound effect on it, and I have to do it. I don't make the rules. It's on there. I've got to do it. I don't want to do this. It's not me. This is not me, people. But I've got to do it. I don't have any choice. Sometimes that's just life, right? A man just has to do what he has to do sometimes. So let's just get on with it. I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that, but I did. And now I'm proud of myself. From Simply Rosie. So here's from Rosie, everybody. Gulf of America is beautiful and doing well. A big thank you to Amy for the shark photos from the last morning. This is fantastic. This is Rosie. This is Rosie from the chat. Original content. Everybody take a look. In fact, I've watched this already, and it's really cool. Gulf of America, people. Gulf of America. That's a real shark. That looks awesome. That looks like you had a great time. It's been a long time since I've been to the Gulf of America. A long time. I'm going to have to make my way back at some point. Anyway, thank you, Rosie. That's awesome. Original content right here. All right, what have we got next? Let's see. Damn you women and your voodoo mind tricks. What's going on here? What the heck is going on? Let's take a look.
Hey, can you hang this mirror for me?
I'll get it eventually.
Can you explain how to hang this mirror?
The music. The music's a problem. There we go. So he knows what he's doing. There we go. Now he's set. It's better with the Scorpions song, but still, you can see. This is I guess is how it really is. This is real life. She tricked him. All right. There we go. Let's move on. We got to keep moving. Let's see. Dads shaving their beards for the first time. This kid isn't happy.
Eleni, come here, mama, come here. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Hey, baby.
Who is that freak? Oh dear. That the thing is with YouTube, like literally anything, any music, any sound, like it all just gets copyrighted on YouTube every time. Now, this is nuts.
What? What?
I hope those weren't his friends, because if like that was my friend, I'd be saying, get the fuck off of that. Don't do that, because if he misses, he's dead. He's dead if he misses that. Or at the very least, like paralyzed or something. See, if I was his friend, I would have been saying beforehand, no, stop. We've got to get you off there now before you die. That's nuts. All right. This 9-year-old made a bet with a reporter that he couldn't make a hole-in-one, and guess what he does? Well, I think you guys can probably guess, but let's take a watch.
What are you giving me? What are you giving me if I did a hole-in-one?
If you get a hole-in-one, I will buy you whatever you want from the clubhouse at the turn, except beer. Any sandwich, any chips, any pop. How's that sound?
Good.
Good? Oh, what a beautiful swing. Oh, that's just pretty up. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. 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 Oh my God. Oh my God. CFTC. Anything he wants at the clubhouse.
It's a lot easier than putting.
See, now that is a palate cleanser. That is so much nicer than watching like awful people like King Charles or Mark Carney, right? That is a nice palate cleanser right there. That's just good. That's just a positive. Let's see. Black American who moved to Ghana to flee white racism is now desperate to return. Let's take a look.
But y'all, I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive, the bullshit not having no snacks, the bullshit not having no food, the bullshit electricity, the bullshit hot water, the bullshit what's that shit called that be coming down? Bullshit lizards. The bullshit animals and scorpions outside the house. It's big ass spiders. It's big ass lizards. Colorful lizards you ain't never seen before. All in the fucking room with you, sleeping with you. All.
Okay, we get it. Africa sucks, right? But really, was it really so racist? Was the racism so bad? Was it really so bad, I wonder? The fact that she wants to go back again leads you to think that maybe it really wasn't so bad. Maybe she was, at the very least exaggerating massively. And maybe there wasn't really any actual racism because she seems pretty happy to go back again. Right? So it makes you think that maybe it was all just bullshit. It was all bullshit to begin with. Or I guess she convinced herself and then got there and went, yeah, this is way worse. Way worse. I want to go back to the place where I'll have to face that racism. I'm just saying it can't really be that bad, can it? Let's see. This is what would happen if the world's biggest nuke landed in New York City. So, this is relevant right now considering Europe, NATO, and Europe, the EU seems determined to start World War III with Russia. Let's take a look.
If the world's biggest nuclear bomb landed in New York City, the 50-megaton explosion would instantly vaporize everything within a 2-mile radius. The blast wave would flatten buildings up to 20 miles away, turning skyscrapers into rubble, and a fireball over 5 miles wide would ignite everything in its path. The shock wave would shatter windows as far as New Jersey, and the mushroom cloud would rise 40 miles into the air. Radiation would contaminate the area for decades, leaving no survivors. If the world's biggest nuclear...
I think we should try and avoid that. I don't think we should rush headlong into World War III with Russia, who's got those weapons that can actually do that and vaporize you. I mean, I guess it would be over quickly if you're close enough. You don't even have to be that close to get vaporized by those suckers. All right. Here's one last thing. I saw it coming miles away. Dude's posting there. All right, let's take a look. What's this guy up to? I think this is Cheeky.
Remember that and then that. All right, this. All right. You will no longer be able to do this. Okay. But I want you to try it. Okay.
No, you had Ryan's hand down.
It's got to be more than that.
Yeah.
Crouch down. This is where my doctor showed me this when I broke my arm. All right.
Do it.
Try to get side to side. All right, no, wait, I ain't got it. All right, side to side. Yeah, I feel it. Side to side. I still can do it.
You about to know?
Remember that.
That might be the perfect place to end it right there. I had one other thing I want to show you from the World Economic Forum, and now they've got some ear pods that can read your brain, but we'll save it for Friday. All right, quickly, I'm just going to take a look at the chat, and then we're going to have to, I'm sorry, you guys, I got to cut it early tonight. Looks like we're going to be doing just under an hour. Rosie says, at least she knows snacks and food are different. Let's see. G-Flood, how you doing? I'm sorry, man. I got to cut this one short tonight. My apologies. Turtles says, Turtles, how you doing? I saw that on Tim Pool's nukemaps.com. Nuke Maps. I didn't know he had something called that. Maybe I'll have to check that out. Spambot says, that's not the largest. Spambot, you're probably right. The largest was the Tsar Bomba. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I thought that was. But I'll take your word for it. Turtles, have you guys covered Putin's helicopter attack? I have not. It seems kind of murky around that right now, so that's something I'll have to do some research on. Maybe we'll look at it on Friday. Rumbum says, only two things scare me, and one is nuclear war. Spambot asks, what's the other? Rumbum says, carnies. They got to both be in the top 10 for sure. Nuclear war, yeah, I guess the first. I mean, that's just pretty much it. Although, total grid collapse for a year. They say, we're 4 meals away from, from apocalypse. G-Flood was gifted a membership by Spambot's up to it again. Good Lord. It should be clear by now that Spambot, because I think that's like 847 memberships he's gifted to people in the chat so far. It should be clear by now that Spambot Fodder is by far and away the best person who has ever lived on the earth. I don't know. I can't think of anybody who even competes. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing he's doing for humanity. I'm really appreciative once again. Best person ever. Best person ever. And for less than the price of a new gas-powered lawnmower, if you can even believe that. G-Flood, nuclear war and hippies. Nuclear, not nuclear. Nuclear war and hippies. Hippies are, yeah. No, I'm putting hippies, I'm putting commies number one. Hippies, also known as commies, are the bloody worst. Yes, they're number one. Then it's nuclear war. Then it's grid collapse. Rosie says, Richie, where are you going in such a hurry? I think you should take us with you. I'm sorry. This is something I have to do alone. Let's see. Spambot says, the first thing I did when I got divorced was shave my entire head and face. That is something I've also done in the past when getting out of relationships. It's a good way of just kind of clean slate. Fortunately, I have a wonderfully shaped head. Turtles, cheers, y'all. Bless the men and women that fought for our country. Cheers, Spambot. That's very nice. I think we should end it off with that, people. All right. Thank you, everybody, for showing up for this unusually short, but I think really energetic and fun live stream. Maybe I should just be doing like 1 hour a night, Monday to Friday or something, because it's actually the knowing that I've got a short amount of time. And I'm telling you right now, this 56 minutes just blew past. It feels like 5 minutes. It gives me this sense of urgency and this energy. I mean, what kind of energy?
They, them, energy. They, them, energy. They, them, energy. They, them, energy.
And Teapot. It gives me just that energy. So I don't know, maybe I should change it up a little bit. Because I feel like this was a really fun stream for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys. I might even jump back on for an hour, maybe tomorrow or Thursday or something. Who knows? I enjoyed this so much. But in any case, everybody, I will definitely see you 7:30 Pacific time Friday, 10:30 Eastern time. And I'll try and do an extra long one then. Look out for the clip from the premium only stream, which had episode 1 of Useful Idiots featuring Malcolm Caldwell, champagne socialist who went to Cambodia, met his hero, and, well, it went about as well as you might think it would go when you go to Cambodia to meet the world's premier psychopathic mass murderer. I'm going to clip that, and you will see that at some point this week. Keep an eye out for it. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Have a great week until Friday. I will see you all then.